Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome to the You Creation podcast. My name is Anastasia Robri, and I am energy practitioner, and I'm hosting of the game Lila Chakra. And I talk about creation because that is something that no one of us have been taught, and that is basically an exploration. We don't know how to create, we don't know what is creation, so each of us just swimming in the sea and finding our own way. And today the podcast is about parenthood creation, and for me it's one of the main topics because I spent already 4 years on searching, investigating anything according to this specific topic. And because I have a daughter, and my story was that I gave birth and I went to postpartum depression, and that was terrible. That was terrible. I hated her, I hated everything, I hated myself, I hated my husband, I hated like the whole world. Like it didn't matter what good was happening to me because there was so many opportunities. There was so many possibilities during that time to kickstart the new life, and but I hated so much everything. I was constantly angry that you just don't see any opportunities in this state. So I was screaming, I was psyching, I was trying to do suicide. It was terrible. So I went to the journey of investigation, and maybe that led me to that journey. I don't know, nobody knows. And after that I became a practitioner when I dragged myself out from that state. And the only thing I wished actually was to help mothers to go out through that state because it's really visible. You may hide it as good as you can. You may really smile to the people. You can talk nicely, but it's visible. It's visible, and nobody will tell you that you are in bad state because it's not polite, or no, of course nobody wants to hear that you're in a bad state. Probably you would just freak out, but it's visible. And that's something that I want to have this podcast to probably to put a seed in the head of those ones who are watching or who can recommend these videos, that everything is fixable, everything is possible, and you can live without this heaviness. And that is very much possible. It doesn't matter what past you had. It really doesn't matter. The problem is that you drag the past with you every single day, and it becomes heavier and heavier and heavier. And that's the point, is to finally, we're not deleting the past, but we're learning to live free and not to drag it with you every single day. So today, the first video, I decided to talk about the bond, creating the bond, because that's something that the whole world is crazy about, and a lot of methods are telling you need to do this to have the bond, strong bond with the kid. You need to do this to have strong bond with the kid. And I was going through everything, from psychology to theta healing to some astrology, I don't know, chakra, whatever. I was everywhere. I was doing everything, somatic exercises, everything. And it was getting better, but there was always still something really small, like still wrong, still heavy, still not satisfied, still something. And that's why I never stopped searching. Like, come on, there should be something that I will not feel this heaviness. I think I can't curse on YouTube, because usually I curse a lot, but probably I'm not going to do it on YouTube. So yeah, and I started this journey, and then I met Access Consciousness, and that changed everything. So the bond. there is one funny thing. I'm pretty lazy person. That's why I find always the easiest ways to live, to create, like to do. And that's also one of the judgments of this world, that lazy means to do nothing, but that's not actually true. It's a point of view that judges people. So the bond, a lot of methods, a lot of modalities, they talk about the bond, that you need to work on it. And that's really funny thing, because when you start to work on the bond with your kid, you think that there is lack of it. Just think, in this video, in all the videos that I'm going to do, I'm not going to teach you anything. I'm not going to, because Access is not about teaching. It's about inviting you to your own knowledge, because no one else knows better than you. So just think about it. Somebody tells you that you don't have enough strong bond with your kid, and they teach you how to work on it. Like, what the actual... Probably I need to mute that. I mean, and we live with this, and just imagine how much heaviness is on mother, and because she thinks that she has not enough strong bond with the kid. And then probably you will tell me, but my child is freaking out, but my child is psyching or not sleeping, of course we have not a strong enough bond. I will tell you that. Also, a lot of modalities, they tell that the child is your mirror. Like, it reflects everything that you have. And it's kind of true. I mean, kind of, but not actually. So, the child just proves your own point of view. So if you think that you have lack of bond with your kid and you need to work on it, the child will prove your point of view. And that's what we do on the sessions. That's what we do on the game. Those ones who are choosing the game. We change point of view, because point of view creates your reality. And point of view is not just creating your reality. When you have that point of view, the whole world starts, and including your child, including your husband, including like every single one person on this planet, it starts to prove your own point of view. So if you believe that there is lack of bond with your kid, it will be like this. And the child will constantly prove it to you, and you will start to work on the bond. You will, of course, not live your life enough full. You will not spend time with your husband alone as much as you want. You will not do whatever you want. Because you will be constantly stressed, because you need to make the bond with your kid, because your kid is freaking out, and you are dragging yourself even more into this. So you think that there is a lack. The child is proving it to you. You are like, you're not spending time that you would like to spend with yourself. You're spending it with the kid because you think that there is lack of the bond, because you're working. So you start to judge yourself because you are working, and then you start to feel guilty because you are working or doing something else, and then you start to judge yourself because you still don't have time for yourself, which would be really nice, and you're working on this bond. And it's good for a while, but you still have the same point of view, and then the child is again proving it when you need it, and then it's like, you're digging the hole. Like, you're digging like a, it's endless. And I want you to understand that it doesn't matter how much times you work on the bond, you will drag yourself even to the worse. So, but, and what to do? You don't like what to do. Nothing. You have the bond. Just you have the bond. Just think about it. You just have the bond with your kid. Like, does it make you lighter? Yes, it does. Does it make you feel better? Yes, it does. Does it make you feel easier? Yes, it does. You create the bond. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to work out on it. You don't need to you don't need to stress about it. You just have that bond. You just have it, and that's it. And when you will have that point of view that you just have the bond by itself because you gave birth to the child, that's it. It's your kid. It's your kid. It doesn't matter how far you are. It doesn't matter what is happening. It doesn't matter how long you're working. It doesn't matter, I don't know, with what kind of work you're working, how much time you have the bond. And when you have this point of view, every single day of your life, like every single day of your life, every single minute of your life, you stop stress. You stop squeeze yourself into the reality of lack. And your child is not stressing because your point of view is you have the bond. And the child is not freaking out because of you not thinking about it. And the child can be just relaxed. So it's that easy. And then from the point of having that bond just by itself, amazing, strongest ever bond by itself, you don't want anymore to work on it. You are just it. And then you have a lot of time for yourself, and then you have a lot of time to spend time with your kid. And you stop think that it's a work. You stop think that you're doing something wrong or right. You stop limit yourself with your own needs in matter of sacrificing yourself to the child. And by the way, how much reality tells that you need to sacrifice your life, right? And that's what you teach also. If you sacrifice your life for the kid learns it. Okay, that is normal. And then they will do it to their kids, and then they will do it to their kids. And what we do, we drag ourselves out from that endless chain that was going centuries. Like, my parents sacrificed, and it was normal for them because their parents sacrificed, and everyone sacrificed, and nobody could live the life when you had a kid. Just imagine how actually strange is that the child, actually, if we go to the session and we dig deeper, it's the same. The child means limitation. It doesn't matter how much you want to drag yourself out from this, like working with the bond, like, whatever, trying to earn a lot of money. You still have this point of view, the basic point of view that you don't even know about, because it's something that you don't think. It's like a program, it's like a, installed app. And that's why people go to sessions. They're going like, okay, can you check what app I have that is really old, that is not even mine, that somebody installed it me to, like it parents, society, school, spouses. Like, if you live what your spouse think is right, then you're not living your life. It's not the marriage, because, the partnership, the creation is when everyone has their own creation. You're not playing to the rightness, in the rightness. So the bond just exists, and when you think about it and when you know it, like with each molecule of your body, with each piece of skin, with each drop of blood, you know that the bond is just like this. It just exists. It's the strongest ever bond, just because I gave birth. Then you will stop stress. Then the stress will just disappear. Then you will start to live awesome life. and the kid will be relaxed, and they will not be stressed that you think that there is something wrong, because it's just a point of view. And that's what's stressing the children. They are stressed because our own points of view that something is not safe, something is wrong, and that's what killing the bond, basically. So please know that you have the bond. It just exists. And it's amazing. Your bond with the kid is amazing. The moment that you got pregnant, that not even the moment you got pregnant, it was years before. You already had the bond, because it's approximately some 5 years before the birth, the pregnancy, that children and parents kind of choosing each other, actually child choosing the parent. So you already had that for years, and then you suddenly, because of modalities and society, think that something is wrong. That's what the society wants you to be stressed about everything and to work on it, but it's already awesome. So, and it might help just to listen to this. If it's not helping just to listen to this, and you find yourself stressing about the bond, working on the bond, like thinking about, is it stronger enough or not, the child freaking out and, proving it, then come to the session, please. Please, it will just release you and your kid. Like from the first beginning, I was doing it for the kid, all the sessions that I was going through. And that was wrong, because I was thinking that I need to fix her. So every time you think that your child is doing something wrong, like freaking out, and you need to fix them, so you are kind of cutting them from their reality, and you're dragging them into your reality. Something is wrong, but it's just your point of view, and you don't need to fix the child. You don't even need to fix yourself. You just need to change the point of view. So that was my first video, welcome, about creating the bond. That please, 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 believe, know, be present. The bond just exists, and that's and then you can create, and then you can create awesome creationship with your kid, only when you have the point of view that the bond is already here. And you don't need to do anything special, and you don't need to cut your life, and you don't need to limit your life, and you don't need to stress about it. It's just here. That's the reality. That's the normal, that's how it should be. It's just here, and you don't need to do anything special, and you don't need to stress, and you don't need to work. It's not a work. It just exists. Like, you just exist, the child just exists, then the bond exists. So thank you. If you like the video, if you have any questions, please write in the comments, share, like. I would be really grateful. If you think that somebody needs to listen to hear this, then share this video to this person, and we're going to talk more about parenting. We're going to talk more about content. We're going to talk about relationship, everything. So thank you very many. Thank you very many, much, a lot. And I will wait you in the other videos, and you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on YouTube and Facebook. Everything is in my bio, so just please believe that everything is already here. I love every one of you, and if you ever need any help with points of view, please, please, please don't be afraid to write and ask for help. Love you. Bye bye.